Hello guys, this is Amanda Tarwal. Uh, in my last video, I told you that how you should be preparing all your 5 subjects: PCM, English, and Computer Science. And in this video, I'm basically going to tell you about how you should prepare and distribute and manage your time in the month of January and February. So, guys, I hope that 75 to 80% of your syllabus must be completed by till now, and your pre-boards are over, so you would have got an idea about what type of question and what is the level of board examination you are going to face. And so I'll be starting subject wise. Okay, so starting with English. So guys, it's time that you start studying English. I know that throughout the year you have not taken English as a serious subject, but the time has come that you should now focus over English and make sure that uh, you have a grip over the subject. So what you can do is that what you must do is that you should go through each and every chapter at least twice. Why twice? Because in the literature section, RTC are going to come, and RTC are nothing but extract from the chapter. They will take any line or any paragraph from the chapter and ask you about the author, the chapter's name, and something related to that paragraph. So you should know that that particular chapter is that particular paragraph is picked from which chapter, and for that you should be thorough through all your chapters of both the book Flamingo and the book. For that novel, uh, I think this year also this novel keeps changing every year. We had The Invisible Man. So take an edition of that book from the market, which also has question or answers in it. That will help you. There are many editions of those novels. Some have those question answers, some don't have those question answers. So purchase the one which has question answer in it and just learn all of them. And also, I'm sure that your school would have also provided you some types of questions of that novel that have been asked frequently. So learn them and go through the previous year question paper. In my last video also, I told that in the English paper, it's a game of timing. It's a lengthy paper, so you should know how you should manage your time. You should know that uh, the, in my comprehension passage, the question number 1, I'm going to devote 7 minutes. In the question number 2, I'm going to devote 5 minutes. In my notice making and in my note making and summary, I'm going to devote 4 and 3 minutes. So you should be thorough through it, and you should solve in my time. I was not in my pre-boards. I was not able to complete the English paper, so I got a lesson that, and I solved 10 years paper, and that gave me an idea that how much time I should devote and each and every question, and before going to the facing the board examination, everything was in my blood that which question needs how much time and what is its time limit. And one more thing, guys, that if you are writing a letter of 150 to 180 words, make sure that you complete your letter in max to max 155 words. This way, 2 things will happen. First, you will be able to save those 25 words. That is, you are able to save your time. That is very precious in your English board examination. Second thing is that the examiner is not interested in reading your essay at all. So the more short and crisp it is, the more marks you get and the less mistake you make. So make sure that you don't cross your word limits. In fact, stay at the lower limit. If it is from 150 to 180 words, finish it till max to max 155. If it is from 80 to 100 words, finish it at 80 words. Don't take it till 100 words. You are running out of time. You need to save time. Okay. No grammar is asked, so I think this year also I think there's no grammar asked in the English paper. Yeah. One more thing, that a lot of weightage is given to the comprehension. So make sure that you read newspaper or those chapters more frequently so that your reading speed increases, and because you need a quick reading so that you are able to read those passages and poem more fast, and this is how you are going to save time. focus a little on your vocabulary, because I guess 2 or 3 questions, mark question, are also asked about uh, synonym and antonyms that you have to find from those paragraphs and passages. So also work on your vocabulary if you can, if you have time. And then coming to the next subject, chemistry. See guys, for chemistry, what in my last video also I told you that NCERT is more than enough, especially for organic. Each and every question till date which has been asked in from the organic section are directly picked from either the examples or the back exercise question. And one more thing that I want to tell is that many students have asked me in the comments of my previous video is that how should they prepare for the numericals of chemistry and physics. So what I will say is that first thing is that numericals for physics and chemistry are only for 15 marks out of 70 marks. So what you need to focus more is the theory part than the numerical parts. And for the numerical part, for chemistry, the back exercise questions are more than enough for each and every chapter. If you are thorough with your NCERT, there is no thing that can stop you from getting a 100 in chemistry. Then coming to physics, say last year paper was from a major part of the last year paper was from directly from the physics notebook. So I'll ask you that you should go through each and every example and back exercise question of that book. You can skip those miscellaneous and extra advanced question of those physics book. They are never asked and they are not required. But make sure that you go through all examples and exercise. I know that is very hectic and our NCERT physics book is very bad. It's very boring, but you need to do that. And also for numerical section, one more thing I would like to say you is that go through the previous year question papers. Don't solve them right now, just go through them. After watching my video, just take the previous year paper, just go through them, don't solve them, and see that from which section the numericals are asked more frequently. Just see that which section of a particular chapter you can ignore and which section of a particular chapter is very important and very frequently questions are asked from it. So you can make a note of it. You can buy those Arihant books in the market, Arihant previous year notebooks, in which the previous year questions are given chapter wise. So you can pick up a chapter and see that from a particular chapter what all questions are asked more frequently. That will give you an idea about, that will also be practice, and you will get an idea about the level of question that are asked from a particular chapter and also the section which is important. Then coming to the mathematics, many of you have asked me, called me, WhatsApp me and asked me in the comments that how you should prepare for mathematics. So there are two kinds of people in mathematics. One are those who have very weak maths. So for those who have very weak maths, I will say that NCERT is the mother of maths. So if you have very weak base, then you need to first make grip over your NCERT books. Yes, but you are able to get grip over your NCERT book in these 2 months, I can make sure that no one can stop you from getting an 85. See, and for the rest, for the other kind of people who have a nice grip over the mathematics and have completed their NCERT twice or thrice at least, what I'll suggest you is that you start solving previous year question papers. And in the last video also I told you that the RD Sharma part 1 is very good and you should solve it. So see if you have time, you can, if you are able to solve it, it would be very helpful and beneficial for you. And start solving the previous year question paper for mathematics right now. That will give you an idea. And also the previous year questions are again asked every year repeatedly. So that will be very beneficial for you. And then coming to computer science, see how I studied is that our school DPS RK PURAM gave us notes and those were very awesome, and that was all from which I studied. But right now I don't have them, I've already given them to someone else. So what you can do is that either you can ask You can read E. Balaguru Swami, or you can read Smitra Arora. See the previous last year editions of Smitra Arora had some printing mistake, but now I got to know that the new editions of Smitra Arora are good. So you can go through it. And what else you can do is that if you can arrange the C++ notes from any of your good schools like DPS RK PURAM or any other schools, that would be very, very beneficial. I'm sorry I don't have them right now. Many of you have asked me, but I've already given them to someone else. And yeah, so I've talked about all the subjects. One thing that is very important is that you should be very positive and motivated through these 2 months. You should see in the society there are a large number of rumors and stereotype uh, about this board examination. That was board examination is a very big thing and you need to score very good marks, otherwise you are not going to land in any good college or blah blah many things. But let me tell you, my friends, 10th and 12th board examination are one of the easiest exams you are going to face in your life. It's just that rumors have been created about these examination in the society. So just be positive. Of you everyone is going to score good marks in board examination. One more thing that I would like to conclude is that, see, many of you have asked me that out of the 5 subjects, 4 of your subjects are strong, but one of your subject is weak. So what you should do? See, if you are in such a condition that you will be able to score about between 90 to 95 on about 95% in 4 of your subjects, but you are not even sure that you will be able to score even 70% in one of your subjects, then what I will suggest you is that in fact of perfecting those 4 subjects, focus on that 5th subject, because even if you get about 95% in 4 subjects and you are even only getting 70% in one subject, that will bring your aggregate to 90%, and that will not that you would not want that. Okay, so in fact of perfecting those 4 subjects, make sure that you focus on that 5th subject or the subject which is weak. It is easier to improve a subject from 70% to 90%, but it is tough to improve a subject from 95 to 97%, because for doing that you need to go in the depth of that subject. You need to read line by line. You need to be thorough through that subject, and that takes time, that takes perfection. So just don't commit this mistake that 4 of your subjects are good and your 5th subject is not good. Many of my friends have faced it and they are regretting it right now. Also, those students who are right now studying for competitive examination like JEE Mains and all that stuff, you would have already known that this year also board examination has a huge weightage, that is 40% weightage in your JEE Mains ranking, and it creates a huge difference. A guy getting 95% and guy getting 96% scoring the same JEE Mains score, there's a lot of difference, and this difference can be thousands in rank. So make sure that the time has come that you should now focus more on your board examination. And also, I think most of you have given your pre-board examination, so when the result comes, uh, you should see that where you have committed mistakes and that you don't repeat those same mistakes in the board examination. One thing that I would like to add about English subject is that don't commit any spelling mistake. What teachers basically look in your question paper is they surf through it very fast like this. They flip the paper and they again look at like this. So don't commit any format mistake that is easily visible. Don't forget to make those boxes around those notices and those letters, not letters, there's advertisements. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to, you know, uh, miss anything in the format of a letter or all those writing schemes that you have. That is where you can lose your marks. Another thing is your spelling mistake. They can easily figure out where you have committed a spelling mistake. Make simple sentences. You don't need to show your vocabulary over there. You don't need to show your talent over there. Yeah, just make easy sentences. Make sure that your sentence formation is good, and paper should be clean. Leave 3 to 4 lines after every question. It should be as neat and as clean you make it, and don't do like that. I have to do it only. Don't hesitate in taking more sheets. Many kids who are they just want to finish the paper in that first sheet that you get. Don't be hesitate. Okay, no, that's not an issue to discuss. Uh, I guess I've talked about everything. Discussed about everything. Even if you have some doubts left, you can still ask me in the comments, and given my number in my last video also, you can take it from there if you have some doubts. And best of luck. Just be positive, just be motivated. Yeah, one more thing, that I think your first paper would be English, so make sure that the last week is devoted to English. At least 5 to 6 days must be devoted to English, and every week from right now you should deviate sorry, devote at least 2 to 3 days now to English. If you have not studied English for the whole of the year, you have to devote it now. Every day solve mathematics, even if every day it is necessary, even if you do only work for 1 hour, but it is necessary right now that you are in continuous touch with that mathematics subject. Go through previous year question paper, that is a big help. In your last 10 to 15 days, don't be very hectic. Make sure that you complete your syllabus by mid of Feb at least. And if you're not able to complete it till mid of Feb, don't be hectic. It happens with everyone. You are not the only one who is facing this board examination. All of you are going through the same phase. It's just the difference is that how you are able to handle the pressure. That's the only thing that makes the difference. All of you would have the same level of preparation. The only difference will be that how much you take the amount of mental pressure and how you are able to handle it. So best of luck, study well, do well, and if you have any doubts, comment me. Okay, so tada.